Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So it is Sunday morning here in Milan and we are a week away. So this time next week will be the day of Junior Eurovision 2022. So I have reacted to all songs. I profess that this year is much stronger than last year, and I entertain the conversation where people say on average the quality of the songs in Junior Eurovision 2022 is just as, or if not more impressive in comparison to Adult Eurovision. So as a result of that, not only will the show be amazing on Sunday, I think it's going to be really competitive. Last year, it was Armenia's to lose. I think Kami Kami was evidently going to knock it out of the park and win. There were one or two that could have competed and did, like Sarah James gave her a run for her money right near the end, actually. It was closer than I thought it was going to be. But this year, I mean, it could go to a multitude of countries. So this evening, after England versus Senegal, the football match, which I'm going around my friends to watch. After that, I'm going to sit down with some previous friends, so some Eurovision T alumni, so Vin's, the Balkan guy, and hopefully Jordan, but ultimately we're not quite sure on that yet. And we're going to go through our top three, so 3, 2, 1. So it means we actually have to put our money where our mouth is and actually say which is our third, second, first. And I feel I'm not ready for that yet. So this morning I was listening to them all again. I was looking at the recap. And I thought the best way to do it at this stage is to kind of tier them, put them or rank them according to kind of 4 tiers. Okay, good, really good, amazing. And so I'm pretty confident that I've managed to tier them. And as a result, that's going to help me decide my top 3, which I'm going to be recording tonight. And then hopefully halfway through the week next week, I can actually do my top 16. But because we are dealing with children, I don't know, I feel slightly uncomfortable about it. It's not about me not having an opinion. It is about me respecting the fact that this is a junior Eurovision. And as a result of that, to what extent it's appropriate to do that. So I feel what I'm doing today is fine. And I feel giving my top 3 is fine. And then I'll have to kind of consider and reflect on my ethics in regards to whether I feel it's okay to rank them from 16 to 1 on personal preference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch a recap video and we'll go through each song and I'll tell you where they fit in regards to my tier ranking, whether I think they're okay, good, really good, or amazing. So let's have a look. Okay, before I start, I just want to say a huge thank you to Eurovision 360. I do subscribe to their channel, even though it's in a language, or a lot of it is in a language that I don't understand. But nonetheless, they've done the recap video, so thank you very much to them. So you've helped me out massively, and I will thank you in the credits. I've put the ranking on my phone. Now, I really like this song. A lot of people are sleeping on this song. Okay, I really like this song, and I can see that by checking out a few other people's rankings on YouTube, this tends to be at the lower end. There are a lot of strong, slow songs this year, and as a result of that, there's every likelihood that the destiny of this song will be very similar to the Netherlands last year, where it's pleasant, it's nice, but it's not nice enough for people to invest and vote for. For me, personally, I actually think this is a strong song. When I reacted to the revamp, I said it was very, very similar to Kate Winslet's songs, What a Song, What If I, which I absolutely love. Now, I think this is a good song. I've actually put this in my really good category in my tier. I listen to this quite a lot. If you want to know how I'm doing this, if I put it in okay, it's because it's okay, but I don't tend to listen to it a lot. If it's good, it means when it comes on, I kind of can jam with it. If it's really good, it means I'll listen to it and I might, like, when it's finished, go back and then, as in, like, listen to it 2 or 3 times in one sitting. And then amazing as if it just completely rocks my boat. Now. Wanna dance, 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 dance. Okay, so what I do love about Armenia at Eurovision, Junior Eurovision, and particularly at Eurovision, is Armenians come out for their supporters. And what I mean by that, on YouTube, any video that's in reference to this song, there is a multitude of Ukrainian flags and Ukrainians trying to find anywhere on YouTube to support their girl, which makes total sense. Not every country is that supportive on such a huge scale of their artists at Junior Eurovision. The only one that I would say is similar is Poland. But nonetheless, I'm going to be honest, I like the song. I can see why people are saying it's one of the favourites. The whole package, even if you look at the music video, looks expensive, but I don't feel the need, once I listen to it, to basically think, oh, I want to listen to that again. So when it comes on I think I have 2 playlists, kind of like all of them, and then the ones I like. It didn't quite make the one that I like. I think it's a nice disco number. It would fit on Kylie Minogue's last album. I've said that. The sound was extremely current or fresh the last 2 years, this kind of disco sound coming back in. It's just either not wow for me, or it's just not necessarily giving me anything that makes me really, really, really get on board with it. I think it's a strong entry. I can see why people think it's going to win. I think on stage it's going to look cracking. I've seen videos of the rehearsals. It looks really polished. You know it's going to be polished. I put this in good. It's a good song for me, but like I said, when I listen to it, I don't feel the need to go back, if that makes any sense. Oh mama, oh papa, singing. Okay, so the advantage of this song, it was one of the earlier ones. So when I reacted to it, there wasn't a lot of comparisons I could make with this year's songs. Now all the songs are out, it doesn't really stand out. And I think the sound of this song is a great sound, but if I kind of compare it to France's last year, it's not even comparable in my opinion. I don't think I've listened to this one for a while. I respect him as an artist, and I think he's going to perform it. From what I can see from the music video now, we have that he's going to perform his little heart out. And I saw him sing it, or a part of it, live at the there was a press conference that he was in a couple of days ago, so you know he's going to sing it live. I just think the song is a bit meh. So it's okay. None of these songs, that's what I'm saying about the quality of this year, none of these 16 songs are bad in any stretch of the imagination. But for me, it's just meh. So it's in my okay tier for France in 2022. Thank you so much for all the people that have commented on my reaction to this video, because I said that I wasn't quite convinced about the clothing in the video. I didn't quite like it. I thought it was very juvenile, these cutouts, and it didn't really fit with the sound of the song, or also the visuals of the video either. But a lot of people are saying that the imagery, which means they might bring this to Yerevan in Armenia in a week's time, is reflecting what's happening in Iran at the moment when they take it off. Obviously, reasons why there's civil unrest and protests in Iran is, you know, linked to partly women's rights and obviously the right to kind of wear what you want and not be dictated to by the government about what you can wear. And so my understanding is, based on a lot of comments, that message was trying to come through here. So with that said, that's great, but I'm going to be honest with you, that wasn't clear. So I don't know how you're going to make that clearer on stage, because if you don't, it still looks like some children with cardboard cutouts of clothing. And there is the moment when she does take the headdress off, and I didn't really think about that in the music video. So it'll be interesting whether they bring that idea in as well. But again, I still think it would be lost on a lot of people. I don't think people will make that connection. So I can't wait to see how this is performed on stage. Now, the quality of this song is outstanding in my opinion. I think it stands up to some of the best songs at Eurovision 2022, the adult version this year. I've got this in my amazing tier. I think this is one of the favourites. It is one that kind of gives me goosebumps when I listen to it. I think this is quality. Georgia should be really proud of this song. It's so funny because the last couple of days I have colleagues from Ireland at my work, and I've been saying to them, I was like, oh, your song at Junior Eurovision is really good, and they're like, doesn't really mean much to us. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fair, you don't really watch it. And then what was it, Friday night, one of my Irish colleagues, they had some Irish friends visit from Ireland knock, And we were in this restaurant and I was just really evidently boring them. They were entertaining me. I was like, oh my goodness, like you've got such a good song for Junior Eurovision this year. It's called Solas. I even played it to them in a restaurant and they're like, oh yeah, no, that sounds great. But they didn't know anything about Junior Eurovision. So can I just say, Sophie, I think not only is this song extremely competitive and can do really well, I think it might get a lot more people in Ireland aware of what Junior Eurovision is. I think if Sophie just gets a top 5 performance, and even if people don't watch the live performance, it will then hopefully go viral and people will get into it. So a lot of pressure on your shoulders, Sophie, because Junior Eurovision Ireland, some people are into it, but ultimately there is scope and room for more people to get into it. This song is something else for me. When I record my top 3 tonight with my other Eurovision friends for Eurovision Tea, this is definitely going in my top 3. It's undoubtable. I just think it's amazing. It's just amazing. And it was such an honour and a privilege to meet Sophie and interview her because she's such a sweet, sweet, sweet kid. At the end of the day, this is powerful. It's emotive. It's everything I love. This is in the amazing tier. And I think Sophie's going to make Ireland really proud wherever she goes, because wherever she performs. She can sing live. Obviously, we've seen the kind of live recordings of the national finals. The song's quality. I just pray they give her the best staging because it's so competitive. This is in my amazing tier. Benzo, beat, on the beat. You and me making a new day. Banale, banale. This song, it's really, really strange because I didn't mind it when I first listened to it, but I thought, Shane, you're not really going to continue to listen to that. And I'm going to be honest with you, there is something quite good about this song. Now, for me, this song, I had it borderline between really good and good. And then I was seeing that it was looking like I had 4 in each category. So I thought I just wanted to keep the symmetry. And as a result, I now I'm listening to it again, I kind of really want to put it in the really good because I actually quite like it. But I've put it in good. There are other songs that I prefer, but actually this isn't a bad song. Yes, obviously I completely did not get the reference to Greta Thunberg and the whole idea of the quote blah, blah, blah coming from her, i.e., you know, the world or adults aren't listening to the fact that climate change is a thing and we need to sort it now. As a result of that, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the staging, actually, whether they, through imagery, make that a bit more clearer for people like me that completely got lost on. But also, I really hope they don't bring a lot of the ideas from the music video. Was not a fan of the music video. And obviously, if she hits that whistle note, which is in the song, it's going to be a moment. I think this is a good one. I was ready to write it off a little bit after watching the music video, but it's quite good. For me, there's 2 parts to this song. The first part, I'm not invested. The second part, I kind of get into it, and when it gets to the end, I was like, it's quite good. Yeah, so it's in my good tier. My God. Now, I know that there's a lot of love for this song. Like I said, I've checked other people's top 16s, and this one kind of fares quite well. For me, I mean, you know, I think it's apt to start comparing it to slower songs like Ireland, like Georgia. I think Georgia's a good comparison because there's elements of Georgia that's kind of a power ballad. I don't think this compares. I think it runs out of steam, and when I listen to it, I am a bit like, But there is a lot of love for it, so I might be in a minority here. But I've just put this in the okay tier. It just doesn't punch like Georgia. It doesn't punch like Albania. And I like the sweet, sickly ballad from Albania. What I mean by that, it is kind of sweet, but it's a sound that I like. There are other slower songs that I prefer this year, and as a result of that, it naturally goes down. So for me, it's in the okay tier, but I think he's got a cracking voice. I kind of also suspect from what I'm seeing from the music video, we're going to see something quite special on stage and how they stage this, particularly when in the music video, when he does that, there's lots of ideas that they can do with the staging to kind of implement that on stage. So watch this space with that one. It could be competitive because a lot of people like it, and I can imagine the staging is going to be epic. You got the hair spinning round, round, round. We're spinning, spinning round, round, round. So come with me, 1, 2, 3. All the wonders, I'd see planets all around. It's really interesting with this song because it seems pretty much everyone on social media that I've seen talk about this song thinks exactly the same as me. Listen to it, it's fine, and then suddenly out of nowhere, I don't know whether it's the music video, and actually Stranger Things is real, and if you watch the music video, something infringes in your brain where you can't stop thinking about it. But there's been a couple of times where I've laughed to myself on social media where people be like, I can't get this song out of my head, I want to revisit this song, even though on initial listen you kind of think it's not the best, but there is something that grips you with this song. And as a result, I'm in. I've got this in really good. There is, once you see the music video and then you obviously hear the production, then you can kind of see what they're trying to do. And there are just some quality songs this year. I don't think this is a quality song, but I think it's so unbelievably clever in regards to trying to package an idea and sell an idea in this kind of like 80s Stranger Things vibe. Super clever. But I can't even say I don't think it's a quality song because I listen to it a lot. This is one of the songs that have made it to my I really like listening to, because like I said before, I've got 2 playlists, all of them, and then the ones that I just want to listen to. This was close to being in my amazing category, I must say. It's like something. It's become infectious to me, this song. I've got this in the really good category. I really hope this does well. Like, I'm following Gaia on Instagram, and she's doing so much work at the moment in Malta to kind of promote her song, and everyone roots for Malta, right? I root for Malta. And they... Now, the Netherlands. If the Netherlands released this song halfway through the selection period or near the end, this would definitely be in my amazing category. This song has been around for a long time, and as a result of that, I have listened to this song so many times. And when you listen to a song so many times, you know, what naturally happens is it plateaus. And as a result of that, it's in my really good category, but it should really be in my amazing category. There's just other songs that made it in there because they're a bit newer. So I'm still on that upward trajectory with them where I've plateaued with this one. There's no doubt we should be talking about this song as a competitor. Like, if anyone's writing this song off, then I think that's incorrect in my opinion. That's irrational. This song is one of the songs we have to watch. But ultimately, for me, this is still on the kind of playlist that I listen to from the songs that I love from this year. But I have to be honest, I've listened to the song a lot. So as a result of that, it got nudged out. It was close, but it got nudged out into the really good. But I'm wishing this song all the best of luck because I think it's going to be extremely competitive in Eurovision. I have had a complete 180 with this song. If you watch have watched my reaction video, I think I'm a bit meh about it because there's a part of this song, particularly in the chorus, the production does the it didn't initially feel right. It still feels out of place for me, but oh my goodness, this song is super, super catchy. There are a few songs that sound junior or juvenile amongst these 16, and this for me kind of gives me the sound that I want from Junior Eurovision. That is a kind of a young bubblegums pop with extra bubbles on top. I actually really like this song. I've got this one in my really good category. Like, this is my guilty pleasure, if we're allowed to say that. I really, really like this song. I was expecting, after my reaction, for this to be one of my least favourites this year based on my reaction, but I've just come completely around, a whole 180 on this song. This is a good, good, good song. I'm looking forward to seeing this one live on this time next week. Oh, yeah, the rap. Still don't know what he's gonna do for the rest. His rap is so tiny. What are they gonna do with him on stage for the rest of the song? That's my question mark. I believe it. I think you're ready now. I think you're ready now. To the moon and back. Now, my channel is a complete testament to And again, I've got to be careful not to be biased, because if you're a subscriber of my channel, you will know that my ethnicity is English/Polish. That's where my surname's from. And as a result of that, like, I have to be careful that my bias doesn't play a role in this. But hopefully what I'm about to say kind of proves that I'm doing this objectively based purely on my tastes. This is an okay song, but I have put it in the good category. I just feel the ones that I've got in really good and amazing are better. I think this will be top 10. Poland kind of do deliver in the end in regards to staging, vocals, and just perform well when it comes to votes. The music video and the revamp made it so much better. I'm hoping people in Poland don't obviously hate me for saying this. Hopefully people in Poland can also be realistic. Being British over the years, I have to be very realistic with the UK songs and be like, this is a good one or it's a not good one. We can all agree this is not as competitive as the last couple of years from Poland. And with such a quality strong year, it's just not going to be one of the songs I think that are going to be competing this year. But it's not a bad song. But for me, I've just got it in the good tier. Yeah. Now, if I was doing my ranking based on my favourite 10 seconds of songs, this would be quite higher. When he gets into that second verse and you hear like this, he does something quite vulnerable with his voice. It's really pleasant to see. It's such a kind of magical moment of this song. But in its totality, it's not a standout song. I'm not discrediting him. He's evidently super, super talented. And I love the fact that at Junior Eurovision this year, we have a spectrum of sounds. And this song deserves to be there to reflect that spectrum of sounds that do exist. But in regards to my personal tastes, it's not necessarily a song which I listen to much. In fact, at all, really. And that's not to discredit him, and that's not to discredit Portugal, obviously. But for me, of these 16, it's one of the ones I've listened to the least. But I think even at adult Eurovision, this sound is just not a sound that I normally listen to. So I put this in the okay tier. But I'm looking forward to seeing how he performs on stage, because I think he's going to be one of the better vocalists on the night. And I think we can't... Yeah, and also, didn't Portugal absolutely nail it last year in the televote with an evidently talented young man with a great voice? So who knows? Interesting extract to pick. The bit where she's not singing, the violin interlude. Similar to what I was saying about Portugal in the regards to, I love the fact that this year there is a spectrum of songs, and there really isn't very many, actually, if we look at all 16 songs that sound cultural, ethnic, and from the country that's being sent. So we've got to respect that. And there are parts of this song that I do love. I do love the violin interlude. But again, I've got to be realistic. You know, I listen to Serbian pop. I listen to Balkan music quite a lot. I probably wouldn't, in isolation of this contest, if I heard this song on Spotify, I probably wouldn't listen to it again in comparison to other kind of songs that sound similar on my Spotify, Balkan slow songs. I don't think it's as strong. So I've just put this in the okay tier. When it comes on, I'm like, I think it could be stronger. So I put this in my okay tier. But again, it's going to be quite interesting to see how they stage this, because she's evidently going to be bringing her trombone. So let's see how she's able to mix the trombone moments with, I guess, the singing moments. Rita, 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 Valencia to Ibiza. Okay, so where did I put this in the end? Yeah, this is in my amazing tier, only because I love a Latin beat. I absolutely love a Latin beat. I've seen a few comments whereby people have penalised the song because it's not bringing anything new. It sounds like something we've already heard before. I don't care. It's a sound that I love, so I will happily listen to it an infinite amount of times, regardless of the song or the artist that's giving me the sound. And he's doing such a great job at the moment on social media. He's managing to do these kind of short videos with all the artists, and they're really entertaining. And he seems like a really, really cracking kid. And as a result of that, I'm am rooting for this song next week. Obviously, I have some favourites, but this is one of the ones that I will be supporting. I did see a snippet of his rehearsal. They're giving in some dance moves. It would seem they are utilising the movement in the video, and I am a bit worried. We've seen at Junior Eurovision in the past when artists are given choreography. At adult Eurovision as well, it's happened in the past, but at Junior Eurovision, it can impact and affect the quality of the performance. So I really hope it doesn't, because, if he's able to deliver the choreography from what I've seen and deliver a live vocal, this is going to be very, very, very competitive. I just think this is a cracking number. For me, this is in my amazing tier. I think it's great. Now, obviously, this video was done 2 weeks ago. We've had was it a revamp? No, I think it was just a slicker production. I think they just put it through a filter to make it sound more expensive. And we've got the music video now. Now, I initially would have, before I'd seen the music video, would have put this in the OK column. Again, there's some really, really slow songs this year. And just based on this production alone, I just didn't think it popped. The music video definitely elevates its quality, I must say. And hearing the production through the music video, it sounds more slicker, more expensive. As a result of that, I have put it in the good column or good tier. And for that, it's only in there because the songs in the amazing and really good tier, I just prefer. I think they're better. It's not a bad effort. It's not a bad effort at all from Ukraine. And I think it's going to be a moment on stage. It's going to be hard to watch. I've said a few times, I think the message of this song is important, it's vital, it's so important that we hear a child's voice in regards to what's happening on the ground in Ukraine. It can be a voice that can be silenced, but she's going to be showcasing that voice on stage in a week's time. It's going to be hard to watch, and it is going to be a moment, and I think it's necessary to hear these 3 minutes. But in regards to the song itself, the tune, the production, I've got this in my good tier in comparison to the other 16 songs. You get what you want when you want it. Gotta come with a warning. Can't hide from the truth, but I lose my head over you. 2 shocks in the heart just to feel it. Absolutely in love with this song. This is definitely in my top 3. Definitely in my top 3. I can't stop listening to this song. Now, what I do love about this particular song is it's getting people interested in junior Eurovision back in the UK. There's a lot of Eurovision fans in the UK, a lot. And whereby historically they've never really followed it. This year they're following it. And what I do love is I was fortunate enough to do an interview with Freya and I kind of put it on my social media outlets. So as a result of that, people who aren't Eurovision fans, who are friends with me or who I've met over kind of my life, would have seen that. And she did a performance on children in need. And obviously people watched that. But she also did an acoustic version on Strictly Come Dancing during the week. And I had a few people message me being like, oh, I've just heard our Junior Eurovision song. Like, I really like it. How do you think it's going to do? And so as a result of that, she's really creating a buzz back in the UK. So I'm super, super, super happy she's able to do that with this package. I think this is one of the favourites. It has to be. Now, a bit like Spain, I've been seeing her rehearsals. They're giving her choreography as well. And as a result of that, I'm really, really hoping that isn't at the detriment of her vocals. It isn't necessarily a song that requires power vocals, but it's an upbeat number that does require, obviously, a vocal that kind of has that or keeps up with that upbeat production. But I've got faith in her. At the end of the day, Freya, by the sounds of it, from what she said to me, has gone through a kind of pretty arduous audition with a multitude of artists that required singing, dancing, and she come out at the end of it and was given the ticket to go. So, and also the BBC have been amazing by giving her the chance to perform at the BBC Children in Need performance, giving her a chance to record in the studio for the Strictly Come Dancing program that they have running during the week. I'm really, really proud of the BBC for giving her these small opportunities to promote her song, to promote Junior Eurovision, but also giving her an opportunity to sing live. Because I think for Junior Eurovision, not everyone has that opportunity. I'm just, oh gosh, I nearly knocked over my lamp then with my excited hands. I'm really excited. I cannot wait to see Freya sing this live next Sunday because I just think, I just think if what more can we do? We're sending what I think is potentially the best song in regards to my opinion. I think this and Georgia and Ireland, I think they're probably going to be my top 3 in the end. I think those songs are just standouts alone. But I do think Freya has star quality. She's very, very charismatic on stage, and she will sell this song, I have no doubt. And they've got the stage producer behind Sam Ryder, and we saw Sam Ryder's staging for the UK this year at Adult Eurovision. I mean, what more can we do? So if we were ever going to win Junior Eurovision, even though we haven't been in it for years, it's going to be this year. But even if we don't win it, what an amazing platform to move forward in regards to having hopefully a good legacy at Junior Eurovision, because we've not been part of the Junior Eurovision family for such a long time. So regardless of where Freya kind of finishes, I think she's going to do the UK proud, and she's going to start something a bit like Sam Ryder, where we're hopefully going to start this upward trajectory by being competitive at both Junior Eurovision and Adult Eurovision. So come on, Freya. So I haven't said it, but this is in my amazing category, obviously, based on everything I've said. So yes, that's it. So those are my tiers. So like I said, tonight, I'm going to be recording a video with 3 other YouTubers where we're going to go through our top 3. So stay tuned for that one. I will see how I feel midweek, if I feel the need to do a top 16. Again, I don't know how I feel about that morally and ethically at Junior Eurovision. Other YouTubers have done it, not judging them whatsoever, but I got to kind of feel what's right for me. So maybe that will come as well, just before Sunday, when we're going to watch it all together. So yeah, those are my thoughts. So please let me know what you think. Please comment below. If you're still here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Please click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.